Welcome in. We are going to dive in and illuminate the possibilities for you. There is definitely a desire to impact big groups, and you've got Aries energy here, so really standing in the spotlight, illuminating the possibilities, stepping into your sensuality. You're very direct with the way that you communicate, especially in an intimate relationship. You desire truth. You don't like distorted language, false promises, or anything that is going to disrupt that flow of illuminated possibilities. So welcome in. My name is Bobby. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki practitioner, and twin flame facilitator. And we're going to dive in and illuminate the possibilities, whatever those may be, hiding in the crevices. What is happening under the surface? First off, let's find out who you are. I have this one card that just fell out, but I also like to look at the ancient wisdom behind what is going to come through today. We will look at planetary as well, and we're also going to look at what neuro pathways are getting ready to open up for you. All right, so let's see. Broken arrow. So embrace the energy of peace. That definitely goes hand in hand with Aries energy and the broken arrow. But look at that target. Right now, you've got your eye on something. You are targeting some energy here. The desire to impact change through large groups is a huge factor here. Let's see. Okay, so I did pull 9 of Wands. So you are just now coming out of some sort of battle, some alchemization that you just went through. You are ready to step free of this guard. Notice in the upright position, he's guarding, right? He's looking out for the enemy. But here he is surrendered and stepping free of this guard. Okay, so something has just let up. Codes are being broken. You know, we get through our life, we go through all of these transitional stages in our life. And I know through my process, there were times when something just got lifted off of me. It's like karmic completion. The cycle is done. And now you are stepping into a new timeline. You are desiring to create impact. So think about it like this. If I want to be an astronaut, think about all of the things I have to do to eventually get to be in that position, right? There's a lot of stuff that has to be done before I can actually be that astronaut and be flying into space. I have a lot of things to learn before I'm actually going to get there. But we're going to see. There it is again. So we've got Venus in Aries, and we've got Venus the beloved. And again, somebody may be coming in. Maybe you're connected to an individual, and the energy is amplified in this connection. Either your higher self or somebody outside of you that is facilitating that connection with your higher self. So remember, everything outside of you is a mirror. It is reflecting back at you what you're ready to see, what you're ready to receive, right? But if I'm trying to figure out Bob, then I'm missing the whole experience, because know thyself, know thy world. Know the self, know the world. So focusing on how good you're feeling, focusing on how liberated you feel, focusing on building your leadership skills, harnessing your supernatural power. That's what you really want to focus on in this energy. I do feel the energy of peace here. You're embracing that energy of peace. transformation. And this is the perfect Aries card. We've got transformation, battle of the head versus the heart. Remember, Aries is the depth of ego transformation. Aries is like the self-proclamation, the epitome of what ego stands for, right? Remember, everything has a polarity. We definitely have a negative and a positive. We have a low frequency and a high frequency, right? We have activated chakras and illumination, and we have suppressed chakras and what was I like being in the lowest levels of the darkness and not being able to see or hear. But in this reading, we are activating all of those chakras, or confirming that your chakras are fully activated. This desire to impact change in large groups means that you need to get yourself out there. However it is, broadcast, create a account, go meet your neighbors, whatever it is you got to do. Provide space, a space to come into a circle and promote, right? Speech, communication, openness, working through all of these things. And this is 4/4 on page 45, if those numbers mean anything to you. Okay. So pay attention, because miracles are unfolding and transformation is occurring even if you don't see it. Soon your reality will match your internal desires. Rid yourself of doubts and avoid logical reasoning, which can create an inner battle between your head and your heart. If you allow your heart to lead, it will always direct you toward your highest good. What's the discernment between head and heart? The heart is naturally, organically flowing. The head, when the head gets in the way or lacks the merge of compromise, you start to question yourself. You don't know how to make a choice or a decision. So you sort of got to let the dust settle for just a minute and allow that clarity to come in through your heart. This card indicates that you are at a make it or break it point, causing you to resist change and avoid taking necessary actions. However, facing your fears will lead to tremendous transformation. Remember that obstacles are only teachers. Stay focused on the higher perspective and steer away from making fear-based decisions. Tune into your inner voice and listen to your heart. Experiencing emotional highs and lows is normal, but don't be rash in taking action. Take time to review your circumstances in your heart instead of reacting from your head. If you are being guided to end a relationship, change careers, move, or just forgive your past and yourself, follow the direction of your heart. It will always lead you towards your destiny. And I'm also looking at experiencing emotional highs and lows, right? That's where you know there's conflict. What do you do when you're experiencing those? Nothing. Nothing. No decisions can be made in that area, because if you make the wrong decision, there's another battle you're creating. More karma you're creating, right? How do we eliminate karma? Right action. Reciprocity. I can see how what I'm doing is affecting what I'm pulling in. Cause and effect. I can see how this action is going to create this for me. So as a leader, while you illuminate the possibilities, remember to take time to reflect on your heart. Even if those illuminated possibilities come through a delivery of impact, because Aries is impactful, fire, dynamo, fast, right? They also say Aries is closest to God, closest to spirit, closest to the spirit realm. And I'm looking at this Venus beloved. Right? Do you have somebody? Is there somebody coming in? Support, yes. I was asking Spirit, this is my angel cards. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward. Work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash the inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community, right? So the desire to impact change. Change happens with you first. Always with you first. Always, always, always. And it says support, so you've got support coming in. It says beloved. I feel like you're releasing a resistance of the battle. Let's see what else we got here. You're aware. Your awareness, so you are ascending in the awareness of. Let's see if we can figure out what numerological lessons you might be learning right now. Adventure. Of course, Aries is going on an adventure. Always going on an adventure. Love partnership. Listen, I've actually pulled this card a couple times today. And we've got the 5-5, 26, 8, full cycle. Who do you have? Who do you have? Who's coming in? I'm going to take a look at the love cards here. I don't usually have these out because I don't do a lot of focusing on love, on like love, because like you can go into a million readings a day, especially when you're thinking about somebody predominantly and you're wondering about them. Just remember, the man or woman of your dreams, the healthy feminine and the healthy masculine are never going to leave you in a state of wonder. They're going to leave you in a state of intrigue. They're going to leave you in a state of mystery, excitement. That's the kind of healthy energy that you want. And so that's why when I do any love, it's because I can already see some healthy exchange here. And so what are they thinking about you? The golden mirror. Okay. So there is the golden mirror. That means they are reflecting you. They're bringing clarity and truth, revelations, honor, protection, and determination, clearing out these lower frequencies. Again, we've got the head and heart. So any like negative, so like let's just pretend like you are connected to a masculine or a feminine and they're promoting some negative energy that like you questioning your self-worth. Like if you're doing that, they are like the false twin flame sticking a dagger in your heart and telling you to start valuing yourself. That's what a negative connection is. Like, how long are you going to put up with this is what Spirit is saying. And that person will jump into new bodies as you go along, as you continue to give it homage, right? So anytime we have somebody in our realm that is creating questioning in ourselves, is because they are like the messenger from God, and God's like, how long are you going to put up with this? Here you go. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. But let's just see what they might be wanting you to know. What do they want you to know? Every time we get past our arguments and get on the same page, I feel on top of the world and I succeed in all I do. Right? So remember though, and I love that. I love that because it looks like they challenge you, right? Or you challenge them in some way. And again, if this person isn't here and this is a past person on your mind, you could be energetically clearing out that energy. Okay? I'm going to ask what you want them to know about you. What do you want them to know about you? What illuminate possibilities do you want them to know about you? What awareness? I feel more optimistic about life and ready to get out of my shell, to share my joy and my ideas with you and the rest of the world, right? Aries energy, that's exactly what this reading is saying. Queen of Wands, again, that's Aries. The desire to impact change and illuminate the possibilities. Your Venus in Aries says that you're direct. And I don't know, if you are feminine, Aries is a masculine energy, of course. It's the emperor. But if you are the empress, the earth mother, right? But what we have here is very dominant energy. Very, very dominant. We've got wands. We've got just nothing but fire here. Action, execution. You are the executioner. Let's see. Prudence. 7 of discs. So there is something being built in the background. There's a structure coming through. You are actually really questioning the details. What are you going to do with those details? How are you going to put them together? We've got a good merge of masculine, feminine energy here. The purple is going to represent like the third eye, the crown, and the opening to the ancient. If you can see like those the ancient rocks in the background. All the pentacles, you've got abundance coming in. Abundance is here. We're going to go ahead and look at your emotional. What does your emotional look like? Sweetness. Sweetness. Okay. Reflection. Consciousness. There we go with consciousness again. This is a great reading. So this is really good. So, okay, just to wrap this reading up full circle, what we have is we have support. So you are being angelically guided by your higher self, your source, your creator energy. You are stepping out of resistance. Finally, it's like a weight has been lifted off of you. You are super direct, and that doesn't always come across as beautiful. Don't worry about that. Embrace the dark and the light. That's really important in this energy. Doesn't matter. I am not concerned about my delivery. I'm not concerned. I am not trying to sugarcoat my delivery. You want no sugarcoating. I don't want, right? You don't want somebody to sugarcoat something. You want the truth. Isn't that right? You want the truth. You want them to speak the truth. You want to know what is under the surface, what's behind the scenes, what's hiding in the shadows. You are illuminating the possibilities when you cut through that opposition or that fear of the truth. That gets you into the transformation between the head and the heart. You want to merge those two. Merge the heart, merge the head. Venus energy, there's Taurus, so there's building blocks coming in. The blueprint is here. You will be impacting change in large groups, which maybe you're already doing that. You're in alignment with that. Again, illuminating the possibilities. And then you will begin to relax immediately or Will your body take its time to find its inner peace? So you're settling in. You're going deeper into your psychological. Your mind is going to slip into multiple mini neurons are starting to open up in your brain. So you will start to enjoy the deep comfort of this energy later. But right now, Spirit is asking you to stay the course. I don't see anything negative here. I see possibility, like amplified possibility. You're stepping into a timeline that is going to, it's going to be so good for you. So good. Let go of stress, let go of the stories, and remember, you cultivate strength in the time that you spend by yourself. But your pain points, right, is knowing how to regulate the stress, regulate it. When you feel like resting, rest. Let go of the gossip, let go of the old stories. You're not telling those anymore because you are illuminating the possibilities. And it's in the time that you spend on your own behind the scenes that you bring to the table. That is what you bring to the table in leadership, is the way that you take care of yourself. Aries is all about self-care, all about taking care of themselves, all about understanding all of the sympathetic systems in your body, eliminating stress in your body. Aries is all about that. Again, the best message here is you are illuminating the possibilities, which means you are starting to see the possibilities. So I love this for you. Mwah. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video.